Okay, I'm here joined by Ross Jenkins to preview tomorrow afternoon's game at home to Weymouth. Ross, post-Dorking, you mentioned how well the boys would respond to that withdrawal and mentioned how they didn't feel flat afterwards. Has that atmosphere kind of been mirrored in training?
Yeah, today boys were upbeat. Morning session was good. We didn't do too much, but just to get the legs going and get the balls going is important. So yeah, everyone's upbeat. It's obviously a big week in terms of the load. Saturday, Monday games is going to be hard on the legs, but that's why we've got a squad. So we mentioned today that the squad's going to get used. It's not every week you get a Saturday, Monday sort of fixture. So making sure we look after the players physically as well and making sure that we get legs and energy on the pitches is really important. So that squad rotation is key this weekend.
And which areas of the performance at Dorking will you be looking to improve against Weymouth tomorrow? What will you be saying to the lads in that first team talk?
Probably, I actually thought it was a really good game. I thought it was a solid game. We watched it back. Loads of pleasing signs in there. It had that feel of a National League fixture. Obviously, with Dorking being in National League last season, with Bournemouth both coming down, it had that sort of feel of it. It was a good atmosphere. There was a good crowd. But I thought, to a man, we stood up to the challenge, and I thought we were probably the better team leading into the second half. And if it was probably another 10 minutes longer to half, I think we would have nicked another one. But it was important that we realised that if we're not going to win this game, we definitely don't lose it. We sort of go into that professional mindset of, okay, let's just take the points and get back home. But yeah, we were kicking ourselves a little bit. I thought we could have maybe nicked it. We had loads of chances to nick it. But the boys' fitness and their attitude really came through, and you could definitely see on the pitch that we would have fit a team. We would have ones running through walls at the end and covering the distance. So I think the 2 goals are definitely preventable. We looked at them, we watched them back. Listen, they're 2 great finishes, I must say, from Pryor, and that's what he does. I don't think he did too much all game, but that's what he does in this league. He gets on the end of things, and the finishes were top finishes, so we don't want to take that away from him. But I thought we could have done a little bit better to get in the correct positions to prevent those goals. But the character was absolutely brilliant. The fans were supportive. They were in their numbers cheering us on, and I thought the boys fed off that. And I thought if the game went on for another 10 minutes, I thought we would have gone on and won the game. But it is what it is. We take the point and we move on, and now we address Weymouth.
Yeah, you mentioned that rotation with a tight schedule, a game tomorrow and a bank holiday Monday. Does that mean we can expect to see perhaps some players that haven't been so much starters in previous games, like a Junior Dixon or a Charles Clayton, for example?
Possibly. It is important we obviously have an outline and an idea of what we want to do, but things change overnight. You know, I've had it many times that we draw up a piece of paper, someone goes down with sickness or a bug overnight and everything changes. So we've got to bear that in mind. We make the final decision tomorrow on the squad and the rotation of who's going to get what minutes in what game, whether it's tomorrow or Monday. But what I can say is the boys are all training in a great manner. So everyone's available for selection. So that's the sort of the first headache so far I've had this season, with everyone's fully fit. It's a good headache. The boys know that it's difficult because we're going to have some boys missing out. But that is football. You know, halfway through the season we could go down to 14 players with a load of injuries. So it is what it is. It's early in the season. We stick together. We look at the focus of what the tomorrow's objective is, and that's 3 points. And we're all pushing in the same direction to get that win. So Monday will come round quick and then we go again. So it's important we address Weymouth first.
And finally, on our opponents, Weymouth, they currently sit bottom of the table and will no longer be eager to, start picking up some points. Do you see that as a potential banana skin?
If you want to put that in someone's mind, maybe. We're not going to take their league position for granted. We're not going to disrespect it at all, or them. I know a lot of their players. I know a lot of them just from previous years of playing against them. If we do that, we'll get beat. So we've got to go into this game with strong mentality, big respect. But as soon as that whistle goes, we've got to play our stuff. So the boys know that. We've got a great hunger and attitude around the group at the moment. But as soon as you start disrespecting teams before the game's even kicked off, you're in for a surprise. So it's important we respect everyone. We've done our homework on them. The boys are fully aware of strengths and weaknesses. They're fully aware of the job we need to do. And the boys, if they start, if they don't start, if they miss out, we've all got a collective job to do, and that's to try and get 3 points. So tomorrow, that's the main focus. We've got to arrive with energy, enthusiasm and an appetite. And if we do that, we'll get a result. But yeah, it will be a difficult game, I'm sure.
Cheers, Ross.
Cheers.